expanding on this point of who to talk to and how to get to them, is it always the engineer for a specific division? I guess if you would just talk for a few more minutes about
Sure.
who to target for this kind of relationship building, the supplier relationship building, who to target and how to find them.
Okay. Is your company a small company, or is it considered a large company?
It's considerably under $50 million in revenue.
Okay, you would be considered a small company. Every company in the aerospace defense world has what they call a supplier development group, and what they do is they look for small companies, and $50 million, to most of these guys is a small company. There's a way to find out who is the supplier development group. You register with them. There's also all of the buyers are broken off or into what you want to call commodities. Some buy just metals, some buy tooling, some buy this. There's various different groups. So you can find the particular group that would be responsible for it. And in the engineering world, if you got one engineer, they could probably tell you who the engineer is in charge of, what you're looking to do, because there's so many different engineering groups. It's unbelievable. It's quite intensive to try to find that. But they do have trade fairs that are out there that they go to. There's multiple conferences a year that people go to and look for different, show what they're doing. The government is a great source of information because they list all their suppliers in their databases, and they'll be able to tell you, who's doing what and how people are doing things. Also they have different commands that are responsible for different things. Most of their information is based out of either New Jersey. There's a office in New Jersey, or Wright-Patterson Air Force Base down there in Ohio. That's where a lot of the technical government people are. So you can probably find, information through them also.
What kind of information would come out of those technical government people?
They would, the technical people are responsible for different applications on the aircraft. So if you found the particular person that's responsible for that information, they oversee the Lockheed engineers in designing product, and they will have the overall responsibility for accepting the design criteria and the buy-off of the parts on the aircraft.
Okay, so just to make sure I'm understanding this, you're saying that there are a handful of government technology leads who could point you to the key engineers and part buyers at Lockheed and other similar companies.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. So we talked about who to try to engage for the sales process. We talked a bit about the timeline for sales, and I heard you say that that there's a annual contract. Is there anything else to know about the sales process that would help a company know when to